Were you overwhelmed at the enormity of yesterday's podcast? I know I was. Do you want to change, but you have no idea how? Well, stay tuned because today I'm going to help you leave behind a world of sickness and torture and lead you into a world of compassion and health. Welcome to the Fabulous Health Show. I'm your host, Terry Chrisman, and I'm a whole foods plant-based nutritionist. And this show gives you the tools to help you maintain and obtain optimal health so that you can live a long, happy life and age with grace and vitality. I go live every day on Facebook and on my YouTube channel, Fabulous Health, at 10 a.m. US Central Time. It's November 2021, and if you're listening to this a little bit later, I might not be going live every day, but I hope you are listening to it live. You can find me at all your favorite podcasts, Apple, Google, Spotify, Spreaker, Deezer, you name it, Podcast Addict. And to find me, just go to fabuloushealth.net, click on the podcast tab, and then you'll be able to sign up directly from there. And you won't have to search for me in the millions of podcasts around the world. So I really want to send a heartfelt thanks to everybody who's downloaded a podcast and listened to it. Anybody that's tuned in live, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate your support. And remember, this is on Facebook, so you can share it. I've made it public. Any show that you really resonate with, that you want to share with your friends and family, please do so. And I really highly recommend that you share yesterday's show because it was so important to share that information with the world. In fact, yesterday's show freaked me out. Now, I know I wrote it, but it really freaked me out. I knew what was going on in the world, but until I did the research and actually read those statistics out loud, it didn't really affect me, and it really didn't bring home the enormity of it until yesterday. How many people die every single year from lifestyle-related diseases? How much land and water is used by animal agriculture, and how much land is destroyed by animal agriculture? I knew it was happening, but I had no idea how much it was. I kind of lived in a little bubble, I guess. And the thing that really hit home for me yesterday, and if you watch yesterday's podcast, and if you didn't, I highly recommend you do. And if you watch yesterday's podcast, you realize that at the end, I cracked up and I started crying because I really didn't think about how many animals were dying every single year. And I was living in a bubble. And I'm a whole foods plant-based nutritionist who does not contribute to the use of land and water for animal agriculture, and who does not contribute to the death and suffering of those animals, and who does not contribute to the ongoing cost of healthcare. Yet it still affected me so much. And I was like, oh my God, this is happening in the world. I knew it was, but it really hit me home. And I was pretty much stressed all afternoon for that. Anyway, I guess I was suppressing my sadness. Anyway, it's out in the open now, and I own it. And I'm really proud to be a person who's not contributing to that stuff. And I really hope that my podcasts and my shows help you transition into a person who's not contributing to that. So there are movies out there that I've never seen. Movies like Earthlings, Cowspiracy, Seaspiracy. I won't see those movies because I know that they show animal suffering. And I know that animal suffering goes on, but you know what? I don't want to see it. I don't want to know about it. I don't want to see it. And the way I deal with that is by not killing the animals in the first place. So did this hit home with you as well? And maybe not the death of the animals, maybe the destruction of the planet, or maybe how many people are dying every single day. I went onto a website the other day. I'm really sorry, I just completely forgot what it was called. And they've got a little counter, and it tells you how many people are dying every time, like while you're on the website. And I was on the website for 30 seconds. It was up to 52,000 people. It was freaking me out. I've got to find that website and let you know what it is. But maybe you're just feeling sick and you don't want to be part of the problems and you want to be part of the solutions. Whatever the reason, I want to honor you today for taking the first step to a healthier you, a healthier planet, and less death of animals. You can save the lives of over 7,000 animals if you go vegan, and you're vegan your entire life. I know, if you're listening to this, you're not vegan your entire life. If you're a bitty baby and you're vegan, that's fantastic. But 7,000 animals, that's insane. So today I'm going to help you transition from the SAD diet, the standard American diet. And when I say SAD diet, I could mean the standard Australian diet, the standard UK diet, the standard Canadian diet, the standard whatever Western world diet, the world that you eat processed food, animal products, and get little nutrition. We call that the SAD diet. I can transition you out of the SAD diet to a whole foods plant-based lifestyle where your life will change and you'll never ever want to go back to that way of eating again. So the first thing you need to do is please go see your doctor. Go see your doctor even if you don't feel sick. Go see your doctor and get full blood work. You want to know how high is your cholesterol. You want to know how high are your triglycerides. You want to know what's your HbA1c, which is a level of how high your blood glucose has been over the past 3 months. You want to get a fasting blood glucose reading. You want to probably even get one of those poo in a box colon screen dudes where you put a little poo in a box, send it off to the lab, and they tell you whether you're at risk for colon cancer. You want to do all those things, and get your blood pressure taken, whether or not you're feeling sick. And you want to do this because you want a baseline of where you are. And even if all your numbers are normal, that's fantastic. You want to see where they are now. And then in 6 months after being on a whole foods plant-based lifestyle, or 3 months or a year, or whenever you will go and have your next checkup, you want to see how much better those numbers are. Now, of course, if you are on any medication, it goes without saying that you go to your primary care physician absolutely first before you do anything else. Now, if you know that your doctor is a pill pusher, and that your doctor is going to say that whole foods plant-based is not going to help you, then you need to change your doctors. And I say that with love and total respect for your doctor. And I say that because doctors are not taught nutrition. Doctors do not have the time to read the science. Doctors have very little time in their day, and sometimes they get visited by drug companies who tell them this pill is the best pill ever and it will fix XYZ. Prescribe this to your people. And that's what they do. That's what doctors do. They prescribe pills to fix things for people. They don't think about preventative medicine. If you have a preventative medicine doctor, that is fantastic. So go to a website called plantbaseddocs.org. That's plantbased, notice the double D, .org, and find yourself a doctor in your area that is open to using nutrition as a treatment protocol. All right, then the next thing you need to do is go to episode 7 of this fabulous health show and listen to the environment podcast. Get all that junk out of your house. Of course, if you have people in your house who eat that and don't want to go with you on this whole foods plant-based journey, then by all means, hide it. Put it somewhere in their own cupboard. Say, honey, that's where your food is. Eat that food. The stuff that's in the freezer, hide it in a different shelf, and keep the healthy food front and center for you. Now, try not to go buy all the substitutes, all the fakies. And I'm talking about things like Beyond Meat, Gardein nuggets, Oatly ice cream, Miyoko's cheese, Forager yogurt. Those are the best of the fakies because I've tried all those things and they're pretty yummy. They are yummy and they will get you through the transition process from going from a meat-centric, dairy-centric lifestyle to a whole foods plant-based lifestyle. But they are really high in fat and sugar and salt. And you really don't need any foods that are highly processed and high in fat, sugar, and salt. But if you need to, if you can't go from eating a sad diet to eating whole foods, plant-based, then those are the sorts of things that you're going to be finding in the supermarket to help you transition through going from sad to whole foods, plant-based. The other thing is, if you don't have time to cook or you don't want to cook whole foods, plant-based, you can try a meal delivery service. Now, I've never tried any of these meal delivery services, but I do know that the things that they put in their products are beneficial to your health, and I suggest you give them a go. So the 3 companies that I would recommend are Plant Pure Nation, Leafside, and Mama Says. If you know of any other whole foods, plant-based delivery services that people should try, please put them in the comments, and even put the link. I don't mind if you put the link so that people can try them out and see if they work for them themselves. And that's for people who say, you know what, I want to do this 100%. I don't know anything about cooking whole foods, plant-based, but how about if I get it all delivered to me for a while, a couple of months first, and I start eating it, my health will improve while I'm learning about how to cook it. So then what you want to do is you want to start educating yourself. So there's a ton of places to educate yourself. The very first place I would go to is pcrm.org. Actually, no, the very first place you go to is fabuloushealth.net. My website. Go to my website, check it all out. Then go to pcrm.org and you can try the 21-day vegan kickstart. It's free. If you want to spend some money, spend it with me. Try the Quick Road to Fabulous Weight Loss course, and I will help you out, of course. And then you can go to another fantastic website called Forks Over Knives. Now, you can follow all these people, pcrm.org, me, and I'm at Fabulous Health TLC on Instagram and Facebook, and also here at terrychrisman.10. And you can follow Forks Over Knives on social media, and they give you millions and millions of fantastic recipes that you can try. Don't be overwhelmed by it. Just try 1 or 2 new recipes every week, and in the interim, just buy veggies and cook them and stick them in a bowl, or go and do my course and I'll show you how to make really, really simple, easy meals that you can make very, very simply. Okay, I'm just talking in circles, aren't I? Make a plan. Just don't freestyle it. If you freestyle it, it's going to be a nightmare, yeah? So you need to make a plan and stick to the plan. And sticking to the plan means time for shopping, time for preparation, and time for cooking. Yeah, so you've got to find this time. And of course, if you can't find the time, go back to those meal delivery services and get those. Do you know you can make a meal by opening a can of beans, a bag of frozen vegetables, and a packet of pre-cooked rice, and some balsamic vinegar or some sauce. Seriously, you don't need to know how to cook. You just need to get the right products, throw them in a bowl, heat them in the microwave, eat them, Bob's your uncle. Yes, so simple. You can go onto my website, fabuloushealth.net, and you can go to my favorite things, to my shop, and you can click on Well Your World, and you can buy some pasta sauce and chuck it on top of some whole wheat pasta or some chickpea pasta or lentil pasta, and buy a pre-made salad from the supermarket, and you are golden. You don't need to know how to cook. You just need to know what to buy. Okay, that's a bit more expensive, but obviously go back to how to navigate the supermarket. And have I done how to do food on a budget yet? No, I'll probably do that in a couple of days. Maybe I did. Did I do budget? I can't remember. If I didn't do budget in the shows, I'll go and look through my shows and see if I did how to be vegan on a budget. That'll be one of the podcasts that I'll do very, very soon. And then you can save money at the same time. Now, the other thing is, get support. So I have a Facebook group called Weight Loss Support for Women Over 50. That's what it's called. I had to read that because I just changed the name of it and I can never remember what it's called. Weight Loss Support for Women Over 50. That's my Facebook group. And it's not just for women over 50, but those are my people, because I'm a woman over 50 and I struggled with my weight. And that's who Facebook tells me I'm talking to. When I do the analytics, the Google analytics and the Facebook analytics, it tells me my people are women over 50. So if you're under 50 and you're not a woman, please join me anyway. I don't care. I just want to help you. Okay. Also, watch all the movies. There's a ton of movies on Netflix and all the streaming services. Forks Over Knives is a great one. Super Size Me is fantastic. Plant Pure Nation is great. Fat, Sick and Nearly Dead is good. What the Health, Food Inc., The Game Changers. I will put those movies in the show notes so that if you didn't remember all those and couldn't write them down, you'll be able to click on the links for those and find them. And they'll also load them up to my website. I will put a resources link in my website and I'll put all those movies in there so that you can check them out as well. And the last thing is, don't stress. Take it one meal at a time. If you are used to having Egg McMuffins and Coke for breakfast every day, this is going to be a change. It's going to be quite difficult and it's going to be freaky. But if you get a plan and you follow a plan and you get support and you believe in yourself, I promise you, this will change your life. And that's what I'm here for. I am here to change your life and I'm here to support you in any way I can, whether that's through my free content, whether that's from you doing my course, or whether you want a private one-on-one consultation with me and work with me to, privately, that's all cool. Or whether it is that I just direct you to other resources that you can use, that's good as well, because I'm here to make you healthy. Okay, thank you so much for watching today. Thank you so much for listening. If you listened on the podcast, again, if you need help, just reach out. I appreciate all your comments and I really wish you to share all these videos with your friends and family. Okay, tomorrow, join in because I'm going to tell you what's wrong with the keto diet and why it will kill you. Okay, see you later. Have a great day.